Good evening, everybody. Japan Martin Related here. Hope you're going well. Had to talk to a doctor this week, as I've been waiting weeks after getting a ultrasound done on my stomach, actually on my liver. And it turns out, even if you don't drink at all, you can still have a fatty liver. So keep it short and sweet. Pardon me for the lighting. I basically have, a little bit of a buildup on my fat in my liver, which is what's caused me to have raised liver enzymes. Now, there's a period in my life about 5 years ago I had raised liver enzymes, and that inspired me to stop drinking alcohol. And I didn't drink a drop for about 4 years. But then, about 2 years ago in 2024, I had taken a trip to West Africa where I was eating crap food, really crap Western food like burgers in a country like Guinea-Bissau. And I was taking antimalarial tablets through my entire trip in for a whole month. And then after taking a blood test when we got back home, the doctors are like, well, why do you think you have raised liver enzymes? So I'm like, it's hard to tell. I mean, could you just blame that on taking doxycycline for a whole month or so? So, liver enzymes went back down, but then I was drinking a little bit. Well, not too much, but I had a few drinks on my European African holiday with my buddy John last year. So that kind of like increased it. Then the doctor was like, okay, you've been having your raise of enzymes, let's do a ultrasound scan. So they did it. My blood test results, the livers were all fine, everything went back to normal, but they basically said, you have fat on your liver, so consider changing your diet. Now, I'm on the borderline of being like healthy and overweight, just by like a kilo. Like if you're male, 183 centimeters long and tall, and if you're over 84 kilograms, you're considered overweight. So they're considering telling me to like keep losing weight and all, and just like watch what you eat. But another shocking fact that they basically said was they said that my kidney on my right hand side had shrunk a little bit, and they kind of think it was due to having high blood pressure. Now, I've only had high blood pressure for, I guess, under 2 years. Sometimes I'm scared to take my blood pressure monitor as I'm scared it's going to be freaking high. But I blame it to the amount of crap that I've been eating in this one job for a couple of years. When you think about this, like I had a job in a vegan environment for 5 years, and I never ever had much issues with my health. Even though I went vegan for a whole year and then I went back to eating meat in 2021. There was a lot of healthy stuff there, but you gotta remember that vegan food isn't always that good because of sodium. When you buy stuff like tofu or you buy this plant-based stuff, they got like 20% of your sodium intake. So you gotta be careful about that crap. And then also, to lower blood pressure, they're like, okay, reduce stress, don't eat crap, don't smoke, which is a good thing, shouldn't be smoking at all. Avoid alcohol, also good. Get more exercise, get more sleep, and then you'd have improvements. Like I'm really scared that I'd have to start taking like medication to lower blood pressure at 40, even though my father had to start taking blood pressure medications about 20 or so years ago, and my dad's fine, even though he had a heart attack like 5 years ago. That's quite, a bit of worrying signs about, like, okay, I've had family histories of heart disease, and yes, there have been kidney issues, but you just don't want to fall into these things. Because I remember my father gave me this one warning in life. He said to me, he read my book about my travels in America, about all the crap food I was eating, and he said to me, it's not what you eat that will kill you, it's what you don't eat that's going to kill you. So, if you're like me at 40, and you're a bit overweight, and you have high blood pressure, and the doctors say you have, like, fat on your liver, and your kidneys, one of your kidneys is shrunk, I think now's the time to change. So, whatever you do, stop smoking, drink less alcohol, maybe just once a week, or cut alcohol out completely if you can. I would say have at least 2 liters of water a day. Don't make it an excess, because there's such thing as dying from drinking too much water. That's truthful. Look that up. Have a good diet. Watch what you eat. I've even heard that, you know, even though salmon is good, if you eat smoked salmon with like cream cheese bagels, it's not good because the cream cheese increases your blood. But also, I guess if you eat smoked salmon, okay, maybe it does have some high sodium. Best to eat it on bread. Best to eat it with something else. Just like you remember the same thing about the food pyramids. Well, basically, is to eat the lower parts of the food pyramids more, and then top part of the pyramids to eat less. Anyway, mind the Millhead, over and out.